Uh, it's time for the Warhammer.
Yes, but not here. I wouldn't want our conversation to be gossip fodder on the bridge and in the officers' mess.
Alright, hold on a second. Yeah, no. So even being dogmatic, everyone knows that Inquisition is very touch and go. You could be on the right side of it, and next thing you know, you did something like scratch your nose at the wrong time that gets you in trouble. So I find the continuous presence of an Inquisition agent on my side slightly unnerving. Cult of the Final Dawn. The madmen preach their heretical doctrine across the denizens of the Cronus Expanse and instigate crimes against the throne of humanity. Yeah, word. Why would an Ordo Xenos agent investigate a Chaos Cult? Blah, 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 blah. Initially, our revival was dictated by the need to fight Xenos, but there's more. The cult is tangentially related to my main specialization. Specialization. Wow. Perhaps I will be able to reveal the full truth someday, but right now, I ask you to display humility and patience. The Lord Inquisitor mentioned in his letter he's willing to show lenience toward my actions that would otherwise be interpreted as radical. Oh, yes, Jerry. You can't come in here saying no. It's true. I am handsome. I'm too cool. Anyway, that is correct. I show greater tolerance for the mistakes of a newly appointed rogue trader. To be frank, I am surprised. Which was funny. I named my first character Frank von Valancius. So when he, to be frank, I was more like, haha, no, I'm Frank. Anyway, I am surprised. The Lord Inquisitor is not the type to indulge the weakness of soul and mind, even in someone who only recently accepted the burden of a lofty title. Well, Chaos Cult and my protectorate. No. He's not doing that. I know that. You have spies on my worlds? The person I mentioned is not a spy, but a secretary in the administrative department on Dargonis. The planet's governor and Theodora were fully aware of his status. His duties to fulfill the sacred oath to the Golden Throne and eliminate threats to the Imperium, which the Coronis Expanse has in abundance. Actually, you know, you laying an accusation against my dynasty. Chaos treads softly, Titus. The main danger of secret cults and sects is that they are like seeds. They can remain in the ground for decades, safe from all scrutiny until an opportunity to sprout, grow, and bear monstrous fruit presents itself. The emergence of a cult on one of the Rogue Traders' planets does not mean the dynasty himself is a chaos worshipper. Having said that, it should be noted that Theodora von Valancius was famous for her loose interpretation of the freedoms granted by the warrant. The bloodline can be stained by ancestral transgression. If it is indeed so, it is in your best interest to do whatever necessary to redeem yourself, and then perhaps you will get a chance to salvage your dynasty's reputation. Want to know more about this cult? Tell me. Chaos worshippers. Evil. Most often, agents of the throne run into lone renegades stirring up the rabble, insane prophets and hysteric visionaries preaching the end of days. I'm sorry I even asked. Not only is this a lot, they're chaos worshippers. Simple as we kill them. The rogue trader should deliver me to the systems that contain the industrial world of Kiava Gamma. I will then accompany you to the surface and determine what the cult is planning and how it intends to use the resources that have fallen into their clutches, which may very well be. Oh, wait. I remember. If it's on the industrial world with the AdMechs, then yeah, I remember the mission. I will be Frank. No, bro, I used to be Frank. Like, now you're Frank? The answer to this question is unlikely to please either of us. In which the machinations of chaos usually go beyond solely inflicting countless death and destruction. Having their plans come to fruition would lead to far more terrible consequence. One of the systems in the Coronis Expanse is already lost. May the Emperor protect us from watching this tragedy play out again. We met a Chaos Space Marine on Rycat Minoris. Do we risk running into his brothers? Damn, I can never talk. Jeez. Chaos Marine siding with the cult is very, very bad news. Yeah, Chaos Marines never a good saint. Ever. That's when you know shit is just not good. The best we can count on is having to deal with just a squad of Chaos Space Marines in the Coronis Expanse, and not an entire company. I won't let anyone throw their weight around my worlds, be they servants of chaos, xenos, or heretics. Commander aspiration for a person who holds the fate of billions of people and dozens of imperial worlds in his hands, which is why you need to be ever more vigilant when looking for seeds of corruption on your planets. Lest they sprout someday and spell doom for whatever is tangled up in the roots. Word, I don't want my great-grandkids to have to be dealing with shit that I fucked up on. Enough discussion about the arch-enemy servants. Tell me about the Drukhari who stole the Right Cat's son. The Drukhari. Ugh. Disgusting, too. They are the foul creatures. Ugh. One of the branches of the Eldari. An ancient and vicious Xenos race. These creatures are a living terror to the ordinary people who fall prey to their raids. For the simple reason that the victims are not killed outright, but instead become their playthings. Yeah, you get turned into a fucking couch and still be alive. Or they would turn your skin into a fucking jacket and you would just be fully aware how naked you are without your skin. Like, they do crazy shit. These creatures are a living terror to ordinary people who fall prey. And I already read that to become their playthings. Just as you and I need air to survive, the Drukhari requires psychic energy born from torment and pain, which they extract from their captives with uncanny expertise. Let me put it this way. You may think whatever you want of me, but my goal is not to hinder you. I am here to help you fight against foes you may not even be aware of. You have my word that I will provide every assistance in uprooting the heresy that sprouted on the Von Valancia's worlds while their master was away, and that I will try to be more patient with the less grievous flaws from with the bearers of the warrant are sometimes known to have. Thank you for sparing the time. The first time I met him, I was not a fan of him. I was like, who's it to? But awesome. Fierce battles unfolding on the perch. Birds' two heads have clashed in a bitter fight. Ah, you bit me? Oh, okay. The way he reacted made it seem like he got bit. I would think he would come back with something. Like, oh, he found something, you drop it, and some bullshit. I see, drops the trophy on the floor. Severed arm. Nice. Good, Gerald.
Allow me to thank you again for helping me with the cargo, Sherin. I am sure the Ashmags who squirreled away my goods won't give up so easily, and I'll hear more about their scheming yet. Let's strike a deal, Sherin. I will watch your back, if you do me a favor and watch mine. Well, enough jokes. Is there something you wanted?
Was there some business you wish to discuss?
Oh, Sherin, I did manage to spark your interest. Allow me to invite you to a more private place. My...
You mean my office. Interesting. The exalted one himself brought us together today. Plus William's threshold. Let us set the cargo and gave us his blessing for his return. You know what people in my world say when such a thing happens? What's gain is to be shared with your neighbor. I mean, I didn't go full iconoclast. I have a decent fair bit into dogmatic and just a very sliver in heretical. So, the matter I want to discuss with you is related to my business. You know that I sell Xeno artifacts to interested Imperial subjects and Imperial trinkets to Xenos. Business is going well, my network runs even without my participation, but when it comes to an expansion, this is where I hit a wall. I think I follow. You wish to use me? Oh, she wants us to put in the word so she could be an official trade representative. How do I benefit from you gaining official status? Because she's saying on my capital world, I can go to the administratum and get her an official document. Besides being in receipt of my eternal gratitude sharing, won't it be beneficial to have someone in your retinue with the weight of authority behind them rather than just another pawn? One slip of paper, and I will be able to extend my network to systems far beyond footfall. My agents will be your eyes and ears throughout the expanse. And you will have no complaints about our friendship, Shireen. I may not be a trade representative of the Imperium just yet, but I can still help you with whatever you need. You must have some faction in mind that you would like to establish relations with. The severe Drusians, the hot-headed pirates of the Casbalica. You really need to use the right words, like a key for the lock, and people will open their hearts to you, or their wallets. Jeez, everyone just wants to keep coming to my office. Crazy how I literally missed out on her my first playthrough entirely.
Domin.
You torture your own flesh? What's the meaning of this?
Torture? I bear the sacred marks of the Undying One's service. Death has bestowed them upon me. Though others may cherish hollow riches or meaningless beauty, it is my duty to cherish his gift of blood. Each wound is a symbol of our service to him. Each drop of blood carries his blessing. To renounce these scars is to renounce the Undying One himself. Death whispers to me, "You are worthy of bearing his marks." Tell me, Domin, do you wish to honor your flesh with his gifts?
I presume this will not be a painless procedure.
I have not felt pain in a long time. But yes, your body will certainly suffer. Embrace the pain and make it a part of you. It will be your salvation, even on your darkest days.
It would be an honor to bear the mark of the Undying One.
Let it be so. Treasure his gift, Domin. Inscribe it anew each time you pray. May his blessing find
I've
you.
got a new tattoos today too, so I'm feeling that, like, the sting.
The Vizier taught us that there are many like us throughout the Imperium who spill blood in his name. Death cultists, as they call us. He said that no two death cults are the same. just as there are no two identical stars in the void. I will tell you about the blood-spun web, but I cannot speak on behalf of all death cults.
And the purpose of your cult of the blood-spun web?
The blood-spun web holds the bays of the flagship together with the threads of its faith. Such is our service to the Domini of the von Valancius line. The Undying One commanded the Domini to embark on a ship and sail the void's expanse. And thus, it became our duty to protect your dynasty and the Ark that became its home. This great relic of blood and adamantine. Some loathe and fear us. They call us murderers and reapers. Others call us dancers of death, who send the souls of the dead on their way. Both are right. Both are wrong. We are servants of the Undying Emperor. When he whispers that the time has come for a righteous martyr's soul to be laid in his blessed hands, we come to claim it. When he whispers that the wicked must know of his wrath, we come to read.
We fucking have these options after she already carved something in
order
us.
on the ship, unseen and guided by death's will.
How do you know you never made a mistake? How can you be so sure you've never wrongly robbed one of your victims of their life?
We are carried along by a current of blood in the great river of fate. Life is not given or taken away by chance. If I see an enemy of humanity, my blade will sever the thread of their existence. I will not wait for a sign of his divine bidding. I am his will, and I do what must be done.
How long has it been around?
Spinners carved the chronicles of our history on the stones of our temple long ago. But fate and time have erased our past, just as an exploding star erases a part of the galaxy from existence.
You know, you say the God Emperor is death. There are some who might find that comparison blasphemous.
The Undying One is death itself. We serve him, and thus we serve death. This is not a comparison, attribution, or preference. It is the truth, and nothing can change it. The tenets are knowledge, an art that is passed down from one generation of the blood-spun web to... I met her once when I was young. The Vizier saw a serpent hiding among those close to Domin Theodora, ready to sink its fangs into her throat. I was ordered to find the serpent and sever the soul from its body. I watched and waited for weeks. I hid among the shadows, the air ducts and the faceless masses. Once I found the serpent, I sliced off its head and returned to the temple. I doubt that Domin Theodora ever saw me, but the 3 ritual cuts I left behind on the body let her know that this death was pleasing to him. They sent us a grand feast from the upper deck strikes before the cycle's end. We gave it to the hungry. I use blood to read his sacred cards and hear the whisper of the Undying One. His tarot is not an answer, but a question I ask of the universe. And the universe answers with questions of its own. I am the spear of his retribution, not a witch or a sorcerer or a soothsayer. I have no strange powers, but I do bear his blessing. I do not command the veil. I am guided by his whisper and led by my faith, by the tenets. Please, do not mistake me for something I am not.
You occasionally feel a shiver run down your spine, or detect faint sparks in the air when you're standing next to Cabela. It seems her powers only manifest when she's practicing divination or in moments of pious exaltation. Cabela herself does not seem to be aware of her gift. Can you give me a reading?
Ask the cards, Domin, and
Or
I
future
will
holds for me?
listen.
4 cards in the deck.
The first card is the young warrior. It suggests inexperience, a path of becoming. The second card is the shattered world inverted. The path will have twists, turns, and thorns, but you will gather allies along the way and find what was lost. The third, the hound inverted. Someone has marked you as their prey and is chasing you through a field of traps. The lost child. You will leap into one of those traps of your own free will and place your trust in someone truly desperate.
I wonder if that is. I'm thinking what I'm thinking about the follower that I missed in the first playthrough.
May the Undying One shroud your footsteps from the faithless.
Cold. That shit is cold-blooded. Oh. The tall, middle-aged woman stares straight ahead.
It was just my nerves playing up. Something about our little saint doesn't sit right with me, and I trust my gut. Oh sure, she seems straight as an arrow and as predictable as a hangover after drinking. But when I look at her, something about her makes my brain itch. After that conversation, I tried to listen to what was being said about her. Beyond the door, what I heard was strange. Blood in her past, twilight in her present, and something like a star leading her. But where is it leading her? I saw several roads, and all of them frightened me. It certainly wouldn't hurt. I'll keep a watch on her too. If only I knew what it meant. Maybe it means danger for her. Or maybe danger coming from her. The little sister is afflicted with her own set of voices. Ones that whisper to her about corruption and heresy. The silly girl doesn't realize that if she wants to find the source, she needs to start by looking in her own head.
I've learned there are caches left by Theodora somewhere in Dargonis and Kiev Gamma. You know anything about this?
Me? Not a clue, Lord Captain. I don't know who Lady Theodora would have told about a thing like that, but it definitely wasn't me. Why would you whisper that to me now? Why?
Yeah.
Lord Captain, I don't know anything about caches or Lady Theodora's secrets, but the voices have just reminded me about something. I was once given the chance to try some real wine. Lady Theodora gave me some. Not just any old synthetic booze, but her favorite plonk. She always drank it in her palace. It was golden in color, and its name was Flame of Purity. A silly name. But the flavor was so intense, and like nothing I'd ever tasted before or since. Lyra, an outlying world in the Heathen Stars region. In the Coronis Expanse, the deeper you go, the less visible the Astronomicon gets, and the less people know about the Imperium. The arrival of a rogue trader is the best thing that can happen to a world like that. The very best.
Tell me about your past, bitch.
Oh, I embroidered wall hangings in honor of our national heroes. I did the same thing I do here, Lord Captain. Divining. Our rulers prized the ability to see into the future. Every psyker that could be found was worth a small fortune on Lyra. There's no such thing as a peaceful life on Lyra. People like me were especially sought after. They'd pick psychers up wherever they found them, buy kids off their parents, even just abduct them. Take me, for instance. I got taken from my street gang. The older kids sold me when they noticed there was something off about me. The ruling dynasties had schools where they trained us and beat us black and blue. And then they packed us off to serve. Some of us held on for a long time, but others didn't last. Not everyone's as smart and talented as me, you know. Some people crossed the line and were out of commission before their time. Of course, Lord Captain. What are you talking about, Lord Captain?
Huh. You are a psyker. Psykers are only granted the right to live with the Emperor's blessing. Have you ever been to Terra?
Look, Lady Theodora couldn't care less if some eggheads measured my brains or not. It's not about the seal on your forehead, get it? It's about what's in your gut. If it's rotten or not. My gut's stronger than the adamantine on this here ship. And my implants are better than the ones they put in you on your Terra. If they weren't, I wouldn't have lived as long as I have. Lord Captain, forgive me, but it would be like talking to a person born blind about colors. I could spend hours explaining, but it wouldn't make any sense to you. Every psyker feels their connection with the warp in their own way. One person might see spots and shadows out of the corner of their eye. Another feels fingers running down their spine. As for me, I've got a door in my head. One that's open just a crack. There's no way to close it, no matter how hard I try. I've just had to get used to the whispers from the other side. When I need to use it for work, I listen in more closely. But I usually just try not to notice it.
And then if your door burst open?
Well, if the door opens, that means somebody's planning to come in, right? But screw them. They're not coming through. Sure thing. All right, let's hear. Another road. The road begins at the threshold of the expanse and leads to the bowels of the emerging world.
Reading the threads of fate is not meant for you, slave of the enthroned corpse. Step into the embrace of doom, for thus was it preordained by the architect of fates.
Oh, fuck no.
That wasn't me. I swear on everything that's holy. I don't know what the second road is or who watches over it, but I beg you, stay away from it. None of the officers knew the Lord Captain well, not even Abelard, and she was always closer to him than anyone else. She told me from the off if I ever listened to anything in the warp about her without her permission. It's hard to wrap my head around the fact that she's... Of course.
Yeah, no. That last one was like... Anyone doing a full, like, actual die-hard dogmatic by the books playthrough, would have done something about that right then.
Greetings. Yes, I'm ready. I would ask only one thing of you, Rogue Trader. If I may, I would like to see the chamber of the Sacred Warrant and kneel before the relic touched by the Emperor himself. A difficult conversation lies ahead of us, and I wish to pray by the relic before I lay my soul bare.
Let's go right now. Argenta drops to her knees, her hands making the sign of the Aquila. Her eyes are locked on the sweeping signature of the warrant, a seemingly mundane thing, merely a flourish on a piece of paper. Unless one knows whose hand left that mark and whose blood is on that paper. If thou seest a flaw in me, smite me. If thou knowest a fall of mine, burn me with flames of fury and righteousness. But if thou seest a light in me, grace me. If thou hearest this plea of mine, bless me with wrath of fury and of righteousness. For I breathe by the will of thine, for I live by the law of thine. I carry thy word, O Emperor. I bring solace to servants of thine, and ruin to foes of thine, of the fate of terror and righteousness. Am I to understand that you lied to me about your whole past? Right to the expanse, find no purpose and torment. She was aimless. She ran into Theodora. Theodora said, yo, like, pull up. Some heard that she learned of a planet, Salus Prime. It was revelation, discovering it because the description of Salus Prime was familiar to me. It seemed very familiar to a world from an ancient legend, the legend of Saint Argenta and her ship. Argenta, the living saint. She is my patroness. The Order named me after her. She died millennia ago when heretics caused her ship to fall from the skies. But even those blasphemers could not touch Argenta's ashes or her holy relic, the One Star. For the fallen ship, which now served as a resting place for the saint's remains, would only allow the truly righteous to enter. All others would meet their death. Boarded Theodora's ship because she wanted to go there because she figured the Rogue Trader can get me there. The One Star is a relic kept by Saint Argenta. It belonged to the Order of Pronatus. When we read Pronatus, and we attach particular significance to holy relics. The One Star is one of the lost relics of the past, so mysterious that no one even knows what it is exactly. Argenta's hagiography at times called it a banner, or a set of armor, or a blessed chainsword. One thing is certain, it's a beacon of righteousness and it was lost with her death. Defeat the ship's augurs, failed to detect anything of note during orbital scanning. I was expecting this though. According to the legend, the ship can conceal itself in the naked eye, and only a pilgrim guided by pure heart can find it. But I didn't expect there was an ambush waiting for us on the planet. I landed there with a small unit provided with Theodora. I know Saint Argenta's hagiography by heart, and all the legends about her. I followed the obscure clues, the descriptions of mountains and rivers from millennia-old tales. And I was certain that I had found the way to the ship, and that's when we attacked. The words we heard in the heretic shrine on footfall, something about ways, doors, please address to some lord, the edge of daybreak. They were the same words as were spoken by the cultists who attacked us in Salus Prime. My whole unit perished, all those honest, brave people who I had led to search for the relic. It was only by miracle I didn't perish along with them. Yeah, so basically I didn't connect these events of hers. The cultists on footfall, the cultists in Salus Prime, the cultists attacking the ship, and criminal betrayal. What if these are all linked to the same chain? What if they're long since infiltrated the ranks of Von Valancia's servants? What if I led those heretics to the sacred planet with my search? Yeah, word. Kunrad's a bitch. But don't blame yourself. They would have, like, they found it eventually, like, without you going there. You gotta worm their way around everywhere. Damn, they were like, nah, we gotta go back. We gotta go back. And they were like, no, we gotta take you out. She wanted to go back after she was good, but the route that was there, getting there got wiped away, and finding a new one would be hard. Basically, will you help me find it? And if it is the case and you need me to help Argenta, then let's go. If the accursed final dawn is evolved again, it is my duty to help you. The cult must be reduced to ashes throughout the entire Coronis expanse. So be a rogue trader. Let's stand here before the warrant, the embodiment of the Emperor's will, marked by his own hand. I vow that I will not relent until the holy relic has been returned and the heretics punished. And may the light be with us both on this path. Hell yeah. We are warriors.
Words cannot describe how boring the bridge is without our stimulating conversations. Right here? Are you sure? Of course. You wish to know about me? I suppose I can help you with that.
If they're right, do you always conceal it?
The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our power. We are the guiding stars of humanity, found worthy of an uncommon gift, and one of the duties that we bear is to guard our eye, even from wayward glances that may bear evil. Besides, I am aware that Lesser servants of the Imperium may find our appearance repulsive. The Navigator gene twists the features the rabble are used to seeing, and the magnificence of our role cannot be grasped by their feeble minds.
I wouldn't say she's beautiful. I mean, hey, we're going for everyone.
Lord Captain, you are overstepping the bounds of propriety. It may be difficult to describe. You see, every navigator perceives the warp differently. My mentor, Great Regent Elronto, always described his travels through the Immaterium as a journey through a vast wood with countless paths. And I, assisting him in the first voyages, futilely tried to follow his example. But the wood would not reveal itself to me. But everything changed when I found my own key to this mystery. You see, I've always brightened up my rare moments of leisure time by painting. You may recall there was a workshop in my chambers. As soon as I imagined the warp as a blank canvas, an indescribable feeling came over me. I moved the brush, going deeper. The Emperor graced me with a gift. I can see inner life in addition to the mundane. You cannot know that a fruit has rotten from the inside until a blade slices it in two. I can see the rot from far away. It roils like swamp mud, oozing through the bright peel. Anger and boredom, sadness and joy. Everything that people shut away inside themselves is revealed to me like colors on the canvas of my world. The Navigator's open eye is baneful to whoever the warp's ruinous shine falls upon, and therefore it is the symbol of our... You will hear no objection from me, Lord Captain. I have...
Fucking chatting with everyone was most of the stream. Whole stream. Void fight. Get over here.
Land battery! Holly!
Oh, I was wondering like, why is one of the ships counting down? I didn't even peep that one over there.
Fire at will. All hands, prepare for acceleration. Engage the engines.
Yeah, it's getting away. No. I don't think I've ever seen one of these ships actually like shoot torpedoes.
With the force of a supernova.
Wow.
Keep up the pressure.
Bye. Hopefully. Damn, the one I got away is a bitch. Imperial cartographers and chroniclers know this place well. Long ago, the planet was a prosperous outpost, eclipsing even footfall. Wow. It used to be a Cyclopean tomb station on its orbit, the final resting place of Cornelius Sato, one of the discoverers of the Ruins Expanse. However, about 400 years ago, an unknown cosmic body ran into the station, causing it to collapse into the planet. Not only did the catastrophe kill the settlers, it also made the world uninhabitable for centuries. The crater formed by the station's impact can still be observed from orbit. Sato's tomb became a sepulcher for the entire planet. Sepulcher? Sepulcher? Sort of place that has neither life nor root, knowing the nasty tricks that life can pull some treasure in its own way. Interesting. Bleak shit. Nice. The text liturgy and the rite of the machine blessing ended with a data meditation in order to comprehend the nature of the miracle sent down by the Omnissiah. Acquisition of sacred knowledge has not been recorded. How the spirit of the void ship was able to call upon the power of the machine god and activate the warp drive remains an unknown. Yet during my meditative ritual, the Omnissiah gave me an equally valuable revelation. The sacred spirit that lives in the bowels of the ship's mechanisms differs from other analogous forms. This spirit holds a unique power that cannot be called anything less than the blessing of the machine god. Everyone's just on my ass, jeez. Yeah, I'm taking advantage of this part. Finding new paths, getting all the points, because then later on it's going to be way tougher. Oh, he was a navigator. He's probably like sad that he can't see the light. Alright, I'm gonna wrap it up soon. It's beautiful. There are ardent views in the void, the likes of which I can never have imagined. A single vivid world, bleeding flames, yet so much substance for my thoughts.
Is there money to be made?
Jeez, we just got here. Yeah, I kind of regret picking that voice.
I better myself through my service. One and it's done.
So, one and done.
always have a backup plan.
Oh, is that what the hell's that other bird? It's Heinrich Cyber Raven. A priest whose body is covered in symbols carved in metal and flesh is whispering words of prayer. Oh, should have brought Pascal.
A job for me.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
See? Right there.
Oh. I thought it was a trap they were referring to. Oh. There was a trap.
Rise to the top, or get left in the dust.
Oh, I think I remember this room. The priest is busy attempting to sew together the innards sticking out of his abdominal wall, flexible wire emerging from the depths of the bulkhead. Jeez.
I definitely need a
always
drink
keep my
or a
options
medikit.
open.
I definitely could have just sent one person over and not have to fuck everyone over. Idiot.
Fate to...
Your seneschal is always there for you. Let's patch you up.
I won't forget this.
What advice do you seek?
I'll make sure to return the favor one day.
Do you think my body was suffering?
am at
I will lead us to fortune.
Fight back. Fight back. Jeez. You can attack demons. Yes, we will mend you. Jeez. It's actually kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
Your faith in him is a brazen lie. You never abstain, you only indulge. Your heart has no place for sacrifice in the Undying One's name.
The Exalted One is both life and life. And yet somehow, you lot have managed to turn his golden glow into darkness, and his mercy into savage murder.
I've seen a lot of innocent people. I've yet to see
Miscalculations are for commoners. I don't make mistakes. I make profitable learning experiences. Let's not waste time with pleasantries. I always get the job done. Is there money to be made? Success is the only outcome I accept. That's how it's done.
Nice.
I have a nose for profit and the taste for adventure.
When the
Blood is mine.
sins hidden in the heart turn all to decay.
I won't forget this.
Join me in prayer.
Fate and fortune favor the bold.
Here we go.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
They all disappeared. All the little tech nerdies.
I'll make an example out of you.
Yep, I remember this battle.
Victory is not an excuse to shirk one's duty.
Okay. But for one, I am going to keep daring on. I usually keep switching it between daring and normal in my first playthrough, but it seems I should do it simply because
Doubt is for the weak.
it seems like a lot of achievements are on daring minimum.
I'll do it.
Alright, I'm actually just going to save it here. Disease.